2, 1, 2, 1, 2, check it out, check it out now, check it out now.
Lone Star Rebecca from way back in the days when suckers had us bugging and fishes had us crazed. By and by, time for time, y'all remember. And if you don't, you better listen.
Time for time,
you gotta get by and by. That's right.
Time for time,
I wanna get by and by. That's right.
Time for time,
you gotta get by and by. That's right.
Time for time,
I wanna get by and by. By and by, my mind starts to drift, and I get to think of what the outcome might have been if I erased all the sins and I done all the things that I never did. Would I somehow be a better kid? You bet it is a part of me, like my veins and arteries, to answer questions with more questions like I was Socrates. Like the time I asked why, then I asked why, cause there's no answer, that's right. And by I stopped asking questions, cause every time they answered they were lying or guessing. So I learned to by and by to keep my head straight, think for myself, cause thinking is the best way to get by and by. Cause time for time I'm getting weary, I'm giving my advice when they're not trying to hear me. But by and by I get tired, cause all the things I desired never asked right, instead they backfired. Yeah, I tried it, holding back my anger, I tried giving hard looks to strangers. Yeah, I tried fighting, whining, smoking, drinking, lying to God without even blinking or blushing. And when I started busting, you know I wasn't loving, I was lusting. But by and by I started seeing something, so time for time I get by and by, I know the motions, but indeed I gotta let out steam like locomotives. So by and by I feel like I'm running out of fuel, cause half the time in school all we ever used to do was kiss a girl, diss a girl, maybe give a whistle. Next week take her out and nibble on her. Cause after all, you know I'm just a man, boo. Now I gotta make the choice between what I should and can do to get by and by, cause by and by things change, friends get strange and leave you in the rain, and hearts will break and Judas will snitch. But by and by I realize that life is not a bitch but a woman, so I gotta treat her like a lady. I can't get the stepping if I'm headed for a baby. Treat her like a joke and my life will be a circus. I don't just end it when I think it's not working. And by I can't hide the tears that I shed. My cheeks are getting wet, but somehow I gotta get by and by. I gotta get by and by.
time for time,
I wanna get by and by.
Time for time,
you gotta get by and by.
Time for time,
I wanna get by and by.
Let them know like
time
this.
for time. Life enters and it exits. Some find the right path, others can achieve the right direction. But who am I to say what's wrong from right? You sport the eye of all, but do you have all-knowing sight of the third eye? Time for time, truth is made out of a lie. It wasn't fun before you died. Does this mean you're going opposite to what is in the sky? The world may never know and have the answer to your why. Time for time, an ongoing battle is being fought, basically between positive and negative energies, but just taking it different degrees, faking reality. Truth seekers and all over me. Sometimes I wonder why I fight a battle that will live as long as the world will live. Then I realize that it is destined, and I don't want the world ran by negatives. So my life I gratefully give in the name of God, the highest positive, the positive who's stronger, the 360 in your karma. So I grab a microphone and spread the goods of word. Time for time, send the devils where they should burn. Time for time, one-sided information kids learn. Time for time, not too many take a stand or stand firm. Time for time, instead of seeking truth, kids look cool. Time for time, people go by info learned in high school. Hypnotic, getting rid of the ignorance, DMS. Time for time, we won't have time left upon Earth's residents.
Get by and by.
Time for time,
I gotta get by and by. That's right.
Time for time,
I wanna get by and by. That's right.
Time for time,